Okay, today we're going to start a whole new study, okay? We're going to start in the book of Genesis. We're going to start at 1. I'm going to go all the way through the book of Genesis. Not all today, but we're going to go through the whole thing, bit by bit. And we're going to get to the bottom of a lot of stuff, okay? Alright. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. This here symbolizes God, okay? Alright? Now, got both of them created here. The earth was out without form or void. So he created it, but it didn't have a form or void. So it was this. Okay? But it was also this. Now, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. So let's do it like this instead. So it didn't have no form, didn't have no void. Trying to draw a depiction without form or void is difficult. So that's why I said it was this. But darkness, the stuff that surrounds the stars, was upon the face of the deep. Okay. Now, I'm going to leave this like this because it was dark, but we're going to say that God come down from, he created heaven and earth, come down here, right? And his light is kind of reflecting upon the face of the deep here. Alright? The Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. So when he come down, do you see how this creates a reflection upon the face of the deep? Okay. And then God said, let there be light, which is kind of what we're drawing here. I'm a little bit ahead there. But, let's see. Okay, let's go back. Alright. It's going to have to be this way then. Now. There. Now, come over here. Right? Now let's do it like this. This will be better. He comes down. He says, let there be light. So, he creates light in this moment. Alright? So, meditation, the soul, all this stuff becomes possible right here. Okay? So it comes outwardly, bursting forth from God himself. Huh. Right? Little ray come out. Now, that causes a reflection. All this light causes that reflection. Okay? Boom. Remember us talking about the mirror yesterday, the black mirror and all that stuff, right? Remember us talking about that. Okay. He moved upon the face of the waters. So he says that, and then he moves on them. But move on them means he begins to create. Okay? He begins to create. Here. This stuff. Okay? All of that becomes possible right there in verse 2. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Okay? Then God saw the light, that it was good, and he divided the light from the darkness. Okay? So, God sees the light. So it's kind of like God was in darkness too, in meditation, seeing the light. He sees the light and he sees that it was good. Right? Then it goes on to say that he divided the light from the darkness. Okay. So he takes all this good stuff, the light, right? And then the darkness. Doesn't say bad. Doesn't say that the darkness was bad yet. Doesn't say anything like that. Different kind of darkness. Okay? He divided it, the light from the darkness. God called the light day. Day. So here he's creating what we would call Lucifer, or the sun. He creates Lucifer, the light bringer. Alright. He calls it day. Day. So when you think about day, look, we're going to put this down here as a key word. Day. Okay? When you think about the word day, what comes to your mind? During the daytime, the sun, well, right before daytime, say we're at dusk, right? Coming up, dawn. Coming up, dawn, light is being brought forth into the world, okay? But it's for the first time. It's for the first time, okay? So he brings forth Lucifer, the light bringer. You see what I'm saying? So he's establishing the firmament, kind of like in the heavens and stuff. Okay, he's establishing this stuff. And in the book of Enoch, it will tell you here that there are portholes for this thing to travel through. Okay? Now, I jumped ahead right there. Lord forgive me, but it's kind of necessary. Alright. And and the darkness he called night. Night. So, calls that night. It's an interesting thing there too. Alright. And the evening and the morning were called the first day. Alright? Evening and morning. First day. Alright. So we got them one day now. We got one. Day one. Put a circle around it. It is complete. Okay? That's the first day. That is verses 1 through 5. History has now started. Okay? Now, here we go. We go to 6. God said, let there be a firmament in the midst, keyword and keyword, firmament, key phrase, in the midst of the waters. Let it divide the waters from the waters. So heaven is also water. Different kind of water. It's a different kind of water. And then he takes this and divides it. And then you have the circle of the earth below the firmament. He's created space. Space down there. For stuff to happen in. Okay? And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament. Like I just said, the waters under, the waters above. Okay? Which were above the firmament, and it was so. Okay? They're separate. Two kinds. The same. That's interesting. But probably the same water, but then after time, the water changed. Okay? Now, and God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. So he establishes the heavens, the waters. These are the above ones. These are the waters. Really? Alright. Now, the second day is now created. Okay? And that is verses 7 through 8. I didn't put an E in that first one. And I have a visitor, which means I'm going to have to cut us short right here on the second day. It's a good stopping point. There's no issue here. And I'll be back after a while to finish this. And we'll talk about the void, tohu and bohu, a state of formlessness, desolation, and confusion. That was before God said, let there be light, and it was good. Okay? Now, does that sound scientific to you? It should sound scientific to you. How do they describe it? The universe was chaotic. It didn't have no order. All that stuff. The order come when God spoke. Came down, spoke, done all this. Okay? We'll put this up here. It can be another little star up there or